false Messiah, Dajjal.
And so they're waiting for the Messiah to come. What they did not know, and you and I know, is that this was indeed Al-Masih. And when they thought that he was dead, that they had crucified him, no, he was not crucified. Allah made it appear unto them that he was crucified, and Allah raised him unto himself. So he did not experience something called maut. And since every soul must taste maut, who said so? Every soul must taste maut. Who said so? Yes, the Quran. Allah says so. Kullu nafsin zaikatul maut. Every soul must taste maut. Therefore, he also must taste maut. Therefore, he will return. He will die. Since they're still waiting for Al-Masih to come, you can't live in New York and not know that. They're still waiting for Al-Masih to come. And they had boasted of how they killed this one. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ informed us that Allah will send in the last age this being created by Allah, who will impersonate Al-Masih, and who will convince them that he is delivering the return of the golden age. He will deceive them, however, because he would not be the true Messiah. He will deceive them because this would not be the return of the golden age. It would appear like that. And so Dajjal has been endowed with awesome powers of deception. He has a PhD in deception. Dajjal. This is indeed the meaning of the word itself, Dajjal. If Dajjal is to deceive Banu Israel and get them to be convinced that he is the Messiah, look at what he will have to do. Number one, he will have to liberate the Holy Land of non-Jewish rule. Number two, he'll have to bring Banu Israel back to the Holy Land. No matter how long they had lived outside of the Holy Land, he'll have to bring them back. Number three, he will have to restore the state of Israel. And number four, he will have to take the state of Israel to that status where it will become the ruling state in the world. And he himself will then have to rule the world. Will now proceed to the methodology. How does Dajjal achieve his objectives? What is his methodology? But said the Prophet ﷺ, Dajjal comes with two things. What are the two things? A handphone and a computer? Dajjal comes with two things. He comes with, help me somebody. Help me somebody. No. He comes with two things. Come on somebody. Yes? Jannah and Jahannam. He comes with a river and a fire says the Prophet ﷺ. He comes with a river and a fire, but his river is a fire, and his fire is the cool waters of a river. Whoever falls in his river will have his load of sin increased, and whoever falls in his fire would be relieved of his load of sins. In other words, the age of Dajjal will be an age in which appearance and reality would be completely different from each other. If judgment is based only on external observation, then judgment will be based on external appearance. But the internal reality is different. And so judgment would be wrong. And this is why Surah Al-Kahf has given us the story of, come on somebody, yes, of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, because of a certain answer that he gave, we don't have the time to tell you the story now. He's now seeing with only his external sign. And on 3 occasions he formulates judgment based only on external. On 3 occasions he's wrong. He's wrong. His judgment is wrong. So even if you have a PhD from MIT, if your judgment is based only on knowledge which is externally derived, then in the age of Dajjal, you'll be wrong. You'll be deceived. Because reality is the opposite of appearance. In order to be able to penetrate reality, and how great is Allah's wisdom now. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. How great is He? How great is His wisdom? That in the last age, the only ones who will be able to penetrate external appearance to reach to the reality of things, in consequence of which they will not be deceived. The only ones then will be those in whose heart there is faith. Maybe the beard is there, mashallah. Maybe the hat is there, mashallah. Maybe he's in the masjid 5 times a day, mashallah. But maybe nothing is in the heart. Nothing in the heart. So he can't see. But when the heart is turned to Allah, when the heart submits to Allah, when the heart says, I live for you, I'll die for you, then that heart, Allah will confer upon it nur,